Looks like you've got a thirst. We can remedy that.
But enough talk. How about we...
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So,
We're not here for you.
what you do with your time is up to you. Oh,
Among other things.
look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much.
Specifically.
A location. North of town, on the shore. There you'll find a tent, and the woman...
And that's all.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed fiends.
Do be careful.
I will.
Run like the wind. The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's empty. A boat. I'll prize it. The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The Motes of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Kriegers faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an Icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day. And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me. I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
this surge was an act of rage.
One wonders what prompted it.
Could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
I'm sorry, but I don't like it.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the Surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the Wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about...
I have.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case.
That's very kind.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Sid? You are Sid? I wonder if you...
With what
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village... He's a craft... Perhaps, please, I know it...
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little... We use them to dye our fur. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking...
2 baskets.
Oh, I'll have it. Oh, sorry. If you're after something from the store, she will...
I understand.
Say...
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full. Ah, the heavens only...
If you'd like me to keep it...
Oh, no, could I?
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not.
Ah.
Aye, that's it. Oh, if she wanted...
All right. Excuse me, Pavart's wife,
Ah. Where do I go on then? Give the old...
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry. An old fool, Pavart may be. But if you come there...
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked...
Well, I have one, if that's any help.
It is. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, and as they won... So when we finally put...
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavart. Your wife asked me to bring...
That woman. Come out, I know.
Who? Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get what with you being a swordsman like and him be...
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders... Still, here we are. Acquainted.
All right.
All right, then.
You use them for dyeing, eh?
Aye. Crush the petals and we use it to stain the cloth.
As modes of water.
That's right. The pattern, too, was left by the Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolises the river of our tribe. And no matter how that river has ebbed, flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I shall get back to work.
Oh, well.
What is it you want?
Hear me, mine ancestors.
Excuse me.
Little Ruka. She went out through the gate, not long.
Out of the village?
Aye. There's a path off to the left which leads... That's where she'll be.
Oh, well. This must be the path.
They're not here either. It's you!
You must be Ruka.
You know my name? Can you
You left without telling him where you were going.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me.
All right, and on the way home, you can tell me all about...
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big? Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers.
Oh, you can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with our questions. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like?
Are we the only ones she's ever...
That you are. The rest of the... A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we make do with...
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. That's one thing. Medicines...
Which explain...
Aye. And now Ruka's back, my wife. So please, do make good use of our stores.
Thanks for... Anyway, I will have to charge you. Well, if you're sure you need it, here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it.
What do you think the tributary season was?
Yes? Till next time, then.
How long do you think this bridge has been stuck?
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked.
Did you hear that, girl?
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the Surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an Icon of Water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
Tonderies. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walyus's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Walyus's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Leviathan!
No, just a negative. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Friends. Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Wallius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or any...
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were. There's more to this tale.
I see.
I'm sorry, Wallius. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside?
No.
Good. Because if you want to know the rest, we should head to...
Of course.
Look, Dad. It's your river.
To understand the spell which binds Wallius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Wallius.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's... I can't.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too,
But?
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fannet asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, Did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any. There. A good tide to you.
No sign of the child. Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what, but he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fanet is looking for. Thank you.
I don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, eh?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me any...
Nothing conclusive. Blazier, the fisherman. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast.
The forest. But surely...
But...
I can't say for sure. But you may have encountered them.
And you think they may have...
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments have been... Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go... There's an altar there. Please.
Very well.
Oh!
Bastard things.
Oh, I never should have let him go. Tide, take me. What am I gonna do? You! Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Eh? Oh, I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the... Would you help me?
I can try.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep...
Shula told us...
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my... If it weren't for the likes of us, it would...
So your friend went into the forest?
Aye. He said he was going down... There are two cairns out that way. One by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains. The, ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well. One came by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, and not just any stables. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the fine ambrosia.
Well, she's tall and strong.
You're joking.
This
I've got to see.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. It'd be perfect.
You would? All right, then.
He'll be in the store.
Like this, Nan.
You one of the outsiders, then?
I am. Shoot.
I am.
She's asked to see my... Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first.
If you're sure that's what you want. Still, I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two.
And...
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years.
Well, the man who made Ambrosius tack lived in Martha's Rest, and so I suppose I'll go and...
I'll be sailing over...
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is, then. If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark. What are they up to? Some sort of Sorry to disturb you. Let's see what's on this altar, then. A silver I doubt the Tomberries made it. I did. Well, I'm still none the one.
Forgive me. This chain.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it do?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomberries are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a...
I can't say for sure. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the...
Does Talor have any enemies in the village?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
I beg your pardon.
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has...
You're saying he cursed...
In trying to curse another.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the... He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Griega's faithful turn their...
Did they ever catch him in his deception?
Not that he ever took...
Come now. Let's not waste...
All right. If there's anything I can do...
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this. We call it an Adder Stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no... If you find anything, see that you bring it...
I am, thank you.
Got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night? You speak to Martha.
I remember.
She's very...
Oh, don't thank me. Anyway.
I was hoping, and I thought...
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happen.
Really?
Aye, but just be...
I will.
Oh, you're very welcome. And in times like these...
We certainly... Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Anders' father waiting.
Sanktfordian, dear.
And how might I help the garrison today?
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue... Do be careful.
I will.
Good girl. Straight home now.
Ah, there you are. And this must be...
I have the Mimic or two.
Thank you kindly.
We're going to take a little... Well, we made it.
She...
Brave, too. The Mimic Gold will have played its part, of course.
Ambrosia's been through a lot.
Not with her beloved master.
No. It's you who look...
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to North...
Thank you. Ambrosia won't help me here. Come on. This is the mineral Pavar was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell. Well, here's the cairn. But no sign of Naseth. To the riverbank, then.
If we pick too many of the flowers, there won't be enough.
you a moment? There is a matter with...
Of course, what...
Please.
Something's...
Yes. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the clough. But the more I think about it...
And you're sure it...
Positive. I think it... Of course, but if it... Would you...
Very well. Whether them...
Perhaps. Just...
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yamila.
A customer.
I'll explain later.
Come on. Be safe. A bottle. Breath of the Arbor. Who's there? Stop! Good girl. Run like the wind. Hang on! I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this.
I'm more than all right.
Maybe you should
Hervey! I knew it was you.
I came to see you.
Thank you.
Who is he?
Hervey. One of many clients from...
One of many clients? We spoke and then you upped and vanished without so...
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but... And I told you not to look for me.
The flame of your love was as a...
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I...
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose how many leagues across the bay, simply because you saw...
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey. That was when I knew...
Oh, why did you come? You should have... I cannot leave my people. We must return to Haven.
I'm to meet your family.
But first, follow me, Hervey.
You should never have found this place. How could that be so...
There's nothing. You two met at...
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my... And for that reason, some of...
And so you support...
I did. I also... But our love could never be. I knew that if I...
What will happen to it?
Since our people settled in Mysidia...
I see.
That was before my time, you understand. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. This was my mistake.
Thank you.
I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen to.
Of course. Come what may, I thank you.
Bastard things.
Run like the wind. Who have we here? I'm looking for a man.
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cans. Wait. You didn't... What do you want with the lad?
His friend, Katav, asked me to look. Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cans.
Wow.
You're a hunter, yes? You must know the woods as well as...
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away a few moons back. Our carpenter only recently had time to read. But if I remember rightly, there is another cairn on the fort.
Maybe.
Don't mention it.
Let's hope so. Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. This must be the bridge the hunter was talking about.
Stay away, damn you!
Hold on! No mistakes.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest.
I am? But...
Your friend Katav asked me to...
I was so focused on attuning the cairn I didn't see those creatures coming.
How exactly do they...
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour going. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel. It's my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do.
Yeah. The truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like. But when we heard outsiders were coming, we split up to get the job done faster, so things...
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them off their dinner.
Mustn't have been hungry after all. Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my life. It's only right I repay you.
If you insist. Take care now.
I thought I'd lost you.
But you thought...
Thank you. Nasef told me everything. If you hadn't got there when you did...
Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about.
All that matters is that you're safe. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but... don't go alone again.
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting the glamour on ourselves to keep the wildlife from spotting us. It'd take its toll, of course, but it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the entire spell from scratch. Imagine if we had to do that.
I'd rather not. We'd only succeed in adding 2 new piles of stone to the collection.
Your bearers?
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the crystals in the cairns the same way we can. I reckon this place would be doomed without us.
So... you do this work for the good of your people? Not because...
we're forced to. No. From what I've heard of the way things work on the outside, we were truly blessed that our rain fell here in Mysidia. Our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin against kin, over nothing but a stupid accident of birth, our days would be numbered.
They would.
Anyway... all's well that ends well, eh? Thanks to you, both of us lived to keep this place hidden another day.
And once everyone left me in peace.
Ready, go?
There's a large gate up ahead, and beyond it, a cluster of ancient ruins. The temple, or the Heir of Hours as my people call it, can only be reached by passing through them.
All right.
The forest is crawling with life, most of it hungry, which is why we make sure this gate stays shut.
And why you carry that impressive-looking axe, I presume.
Noticed her, have you?
The temple is up there.
Don't worry. Those cliffs aren't the only way to the top.
Are these the ruins?
Yes. As far as we can tell, they're part of the same complex as the temple itself.
To think of all the people who must once have lived here.
Good girl.
These remind me of home.
You're from the north, then?
Yes. And no.
I see.
No holding back.
Do you see that cave up ahead? Whoever lived here carved a flight of stairs into the stone within.
A way to the top.
And whatever it is that awaits us there.
There. The temple the time forgot.
And the Varys inside.
Yes. You can see the spell's path from the nave.
What is it?
I don't know. It's probably nothing.
Forgive me, but why build the Vare here?
The spell was originally meant to be cast on Drake's Eye, and this was the only place with an unbroken line of sight. The Tonberries like to think these ruins are their own.
They look none too pleased to see us.
While our numbers dwindle, theirs seem only to increase, as if they were feeding off our suffering.
Could this be their leader?
You're more than welcome to ask.
That could have been worse, I suppose.
Aye, well, if the forest's taught me anything, it's that there's always something worse.
Don't get surrounded. closed out the nave?
Just inside the dome, yes. But it's what's out here that worries me.
Thinking they'd all migrated south.
The weaker ones did.
The weaker ones? Did you hear that, Cid? frozen. Just like the surge.
Another of my ancestors' sins. Shall we? The blue veil shows the extent of the spell's reach.
But I can feel its ether from here.
Shula, wait. Before we cross the threshold, I'd like to know a little more about how these magics work. I assume we'll be safe from their influence.
We won't grind to a halt, if that's what you mean. The spell only affects the things that were present at the moment it was cast.
You see?
But if we can enter, that means other things can as well.
Like the ones we saw on the way here.
And worse, probably.
Is this Leviathan's doing?
Well, it certainly wasn't ours. When he realized my ancestors were attempting to cast a spell from here, he made to destroy the temple.
And almost did by the looks of it. I can only imagine what this place must have been like before the attack.
This would have been a hall of worship. There was something similar in my father's keep. The priests would deliver their sermons from the dais.
Your father? Just let us pass.
It's all right. We'll get through this. last time then.
The fair.
By the Founder.
It's just as I thought.
Jill, does this ether not feel somehow?
Familiar, yes. I sensed it the moment we arrived, though I wasn't sure until now. You can feel it too, can't you, Clive? She's calling us.
You don't mean the witch?
I do. Though she was more than that. Much more. She was a dominant. A dominant who once commanded the icon that now resides in both me and Clive.
I don't know why I didn't see it. Who else would have the power to freeze time?
None other than Shiva herself. But for her ether to endure after all these years, it's almost as if... As if she shared it with another, just as Torgal shared in my ice.
Shiva's companion. Though something tells me he's not as friendly as ours.
Our ancestors never warned us about this.
It wasn't left here for them. I doubt they even knew it existed.
Why won't it yield?
Because it would sooner die than fail its mistress.
Then it leaves us no choice. Nice try.
by the moment.
Then we better cut this short.
Now let's destroy it. And put an end to this.
Wait. The spell must be weakened, not undone.
Isn't that what we came here for?
Did you ever stop to wonder what might happen to the tidal surge if I unraveled the whole spell at once? I didn't think so. This is going to require a bit more finesse. From wind and light, water and earth, let the silent pall of my ice. There's too much ether. Let me help. Let us help. Almost.
Did it work?
I think so. The thread connecting this place to the child should be broken. Meaning Walyas should finally be...
Free once more. Leviathan, our most profaned fragment, its divinity defiled by the hand of man, its spirit shackled by his hubris, till Mythos came, bringing release. Now, let the sins of man be redeemed. servant of God.
Damn it.
It's happening. Isn't it?
It is.
What is? What's going on?
Precisely what we feared. Leviathan is out of control. Don't despair. This isn't over yet. You should head back to the village and get everyone to higher ground. As for the rest, Ifrit will handle. After 80 years of imprisonment, I'd be angry too. But I can't let it end like this, Walliers. It's time for you to come home. right. I heard you the first time.
I'm not here to hurt you, Wallius!
Fuck. That was too close.
Come on, then. No more hiding. Wallius! This isn't what I wanted! I only hope you can forgive me.
Leviathan.
Stop this! I'm not here to play! Stop! This has gone on long enough! The village. Stop this!
The village.
Stop this! I'm not here to play! I said stop! This has gone on long enough! The village. Stop this! I'm not here to play! The village. Stop this! I'm not here to play! I said, stop! This has gone on long enough! The village. Stop this! I'm not here to play! I said, stop! This has gone on long enough! to play.
hiding.
Warriors! This isn't what I wanted! I only hope you can forgive me.
breath and...
Stop this! I'm not here to play! The village. Stop this! I'm not here to play! I said, stop! This has gone on long enough! village. Stop this! I'm not here to play! I said, stop! This has gone on long enough!
a tantrum.
Clive! Where is he? Well, yes.
He's adorable.
He is now. But did you see him a few moments ago?
Clive, I don't know how to thank you.
It's all right. We should find him a dry blanket, though. Wouldn't want the little monster catching a cold.
There. He's finally asleep.
The poor thing had a long day.
That makes two of us. So,
Now, we make things right.
How?
By providing Walyas a place to learn and so that one day, when the wound's in his heart and mind, he might decide for himself how he'd like. But until then, I'll stay.
Then he's a lucky boy. And not only because he'll have the best warrior this side of the belt to teach him the battle. Shula. The beast that threatened you, the empire that threatened your people. Might it not be time to cast off your ancestors' glamour?
Perhaps. It's not as if we have the crystals, but are we truly safe? If I remember rightly, you and yours still choose.
We do.
Well, your people will always be welcome.
As will yours in the hideaway. If there's anything you need from us.
It's kind of you, but we'll manage. Besides, I suspect you'll be needing everything at your disposal.
The best we can do is strive to turn what's left in.
A noble, and there'll be a place in this world for us.
For everyone.
Then we shall be waiting.